right, guys, welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Shin, joined as always by my co-host, Jay Lee.
Hello.
My former co-host, Celine Jung.
Hi.
And our really good friend, Julian Gary's in the house.
Hey there.
Jules.
What's up?
Julian's been on before,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Only once, though.
Only once.
Yeah, so this is
yeah.
only your second time.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Why were you late?
Well, I didn't know we were 5 prompt, my bad.
Things,
Pretty prompt around here.
dude, the Side Dish, if there's one thing we're known for, it's for like punctuality, and it's for always publishing every Tuesday, 9 a.m. on the dot.
Actually, everyone here is pretty punctual. I just realized
I am habitually
no one
punctual.
here is like a late ass.
But I know why. It's because my dad was the kind of guy who was 15 minutes late to everything.
Oh, and you hated that.
And then one day he forgot to pick me up from school, and I waited for an hour, and that was the day I broke. I was like, I'm going to be so punctual.
Yeah.
It was like Batman Begins.
Well, just
I was like,
inconsiderate to be consistently late.
I agree.
yeah.
I agree.
But we definitely have people in our friend group who are always late, Sue. Always late, Jen. Never on time, Amy. But
So, like, there are some contexts where that's okay if it's like a
Yeah,
huge
obviously.
gathering.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, right. Well, then
Yeah.
it's like people are kind of showing up late on purpose. Right?
exactly.
like
yeah.
when Jules has like a party at his house, like you did the other weekend, I think we were like maybe 30 minutes
Yeah,
after the
that's
starting time.
fine.
That's pretty normal. I think we were still the first people there. Well, speaking of your party from the other weekend, what's everyone's big fucking update been? We haven't potted in 3 weeks or so. So
Oh, really?
yeah, any
That's
sort of
important.
life updates?
I'm fostering a cat, a kitty,
Ooh, what's his name?
baby, or Luna.
Yeah,
if
so
Julian's going to take the
I'm thinking
kitty,
about want
possibly.
to meet the
You wanna-
cat.
you wanna meet
and
it,
so I'm
okay.
considering
hope
adopting.
he does.
Yeah. and I was thinking for the name possibly Luna because she was found around Chuseok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been calling
that's
her
pretty
that.
cute.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cute.
I've been calling her that.
But I want to meet her, see if there's a good fit, and then
Yeah.
might adopt. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
And that's been taking up pretty much all your free time.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's like really a full-time job fostering. It's crazy, especially because it's like a baby. It's a little kitten.
And like give like your quick pitch to why we should all help helpless kitties and like foster them and shit.
Right. So, well, I like hated cats until 3 years ago when I got my first cat,
Yeah,
basically. And then
monkey.
the
Wow.
funny joke is that like everyone says they hates cats until they actually meet a cat.
I think
Then
everyone's
it's like,
yeah.
Which I found in my case that has been absolutely the truth. But
But also like you grew up with dogs, for example.
I grew up with dogs. No, I literally hated cats. I'm not even saying like, oh, I just didn't. No, I hated cats.
I did too until I met
Yeah.
a cat that I liked.
Right?
Because
Yeah.
you got to meet a cool cat.
But then it's like
That's where the word comes. That's where the word comes from.
But
Yeah.
then like I realized that
Or a
actually
raw dog.
all cats are cool. Like they actually give just as much affection as dogs. And I think that's the thing that people are like, oh, cats are not affectionate, but they are so affectionate.
Yeah,
They
but
can
There
be.
has to
And
be.
I like that it's on their terms. I actually
Yes.
like that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like you don't have this. For example, if I was fostering a puppy, forget about it.
Yeah.
I can't ever leave the house. The thing is shitting all over the place, groveling, like wanting attention 24/7.
Sounds like you hate dogs now.
I know, right?
Yeah,
No,
what the
I love both. I love both. But I'm saying like having a kitten, fostering a kitten is not easy, but it's not like having a puppy.
No, absolutely. Yeah. No, I've been seeing your stories and
But
like
yeah.
you're just basically nursing this little baby
Yeah.
to full health, I guess.
Yeah, because like I found her. So basically, she's like the baby of a community cat that like I've been feeding.
A community
it's,
cat?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like a euphemism for
A
like
cat
the
that
whore.
lives
The
in-
town whore.
Basically, because
Yeah.
she got pregnant and she's a kitten and she
Yeah,
got
she knew what she
pregnant.
was. Oh, she was a kitten?
Honestly, my fault though, because I didn't sterilize her, which I should have done,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I should have trapped her and sterilized her. Actually, we did trap her once when we thought she was pregnant because we wanted to do something called a spay abort, which is controversial, but that's what, you know.
I mean,
That is exactly what it sounds like. It's when you
Yeah.
fix a cat, but you also abort the babies that are in there
right.
for
For the common good.
the common good.
For the common good, yeah.
And then we found out when we took her to the vet that she had already had her babies, and we were like, "Oh shit, we have to release her! Like we can't do anything here because then she'd have babies
Oh,
that are
yeah.
like without
Needing,
mom."
nursing.
Like 2 months pass, and she starts bringing her babies to my house to get fed.
Aw, that's really
And
cute.
then I found this little one. I think she was abandoned by mom because she was just walking around alone crying.
Or you abducted her, but continue.
Or maybe, but she was really weak, underweight, couldn't walk, was like sneezing everywhere. So we were like, oh, let's just take her.
Yeah.
And we did. And she's like doing really well, other than like the socializing part, which I
Yeah,
knew
she
was going to
seems
take
like very
the most.
skittish and very afraid.
Well, she's like, she came from the streets.
she seems like a
right?
pussy. Sorry. I had to make the joke,
Literally.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a matter of socialization because she's like the prime age where she will get used to humans. Like it will be fine, but it just will take a while.
But also tell the listeners what you were saying before we started recording about how there's a chemical in cat poo that makes people like you crazy for cats.
Yeah. So have you heard of toxoplasmosis?
No.
So it's this bacteria that's in cat shit that is actually quite dangerous when physically ingested. Like they say pregnant women should if they can,
Pregnant women should not drink wine, smoke
Right,
cigarettes.
right.
Please don't eat cat
But,
shit for 9 months.
Okay, so Jay's looking it up, and it's a parasite, right? It's a parasite that studies have shown when mice ingest this parasite, they actually are attracted to the cat. They don't try to run away. They want to be near the cat. And then so there's this theory that toxoplasmosis is the cause of what cat addiction is, like people who are addicted to cats.
Basically, what Celine's going through right now in
Yeah,
real
which
time.
honestly, a lot of cat lovers feel this way. It's like this weird, crazy pull towards cats.
Well, I'll also point out that the Egyptians worshipped cats as the
Exactly.
ultimate deity because they were probably
Exactly.
eating cat shit because they were weird as fuck.
Exactly. They were ingesting it all over the place.
Yeah.
So
So
we all
cats,
know the term crazy cat lady, cat hoarder, right? It's yes.
It's a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real thing. And then maybe toxoplasmosis could be a reason for
Yeah.
this. I don't know. I think it's funny.
Yeah, it could also be just companionship though, because people,
Yeah.
there are dog people, plenty of people like that.
Who are obsessive.
Yeah, my mom is pretty close to that. She loves her dogs, and
Yeah.
I don't think it's because of the poop.
But
so
I mean, our episode is not about pets, although
Yeah,
we
it's
are going to
not.
do a pet episode. But I just have to say, with dogs, I think owners identify themselves and their dogs. I think that is something that we don't do with cats, right? Cats have their own kind of personalities and
That's
their
actually so
right?
true.
Because I totally understand what you're saying, Jules.
That's
my
so
mom's
true.
dogs are basically her mini me's. They respond to
Yeah.
her emotions so quickly.
Yeah.
And that's why I love dogs. I love one day if we get a dog, it's gonna basically be me and Jaehyun's personalities combined. But the idea of a cat is cool too, because if you get a nice, friendly cat, especially a social cat, that's kind of hitting the jackpot, in my opinion.
Well, it's also dogs, you train them to be a certain way. Cats, you kind of get what you get,
what you get,
to an
yeah.
extent, right? Which I think is so funny and amazing.
Yeah.
It's because cats are not fully domesticated. They're actually little wild panthers living in our homes. And you can't really train them. You can't punish them.
Yeah, right.
Which I literally had learned for the first time having my cat. So it's yeah, you get what you get.
Yeah.
But they're the best, funniest things ever.
So you've been fostering a new kitty, Luna.
Yeah.
Julian, what you been up to, my friend?
had some good things going with my business, and then for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be what we're calling low power mode, where I'm just
You're on standby.
I'm still working, but I need some downtime where I'm not
Did the deal go through? Everything's
not
good?
quite yet,
Not quite
but-
yet.
but it's
yeah,
going
the
well.
money hasn't been wired to your account yet.
No, yeah, not yet. It's going well. Yeah,
Congratulations, man. Dude, we went climbing.
that's true.
On
I
Monday.
still got the injury.
Dude, your injury was kind of gnarly. I'm still sore. I was trying to wipe my ass yesterday, and I was like, this is still kind of hard,
Why?
dude.
Because what part was sore?
I don't know. It's something about my my wrist area and the muscle right here.
yeah.
Very sore.
Yeah.
So I was wiping away the poo-poo from my butthole. And
And
There's
then
a
my
lot of
arm was
back
hurting.
engagement that happens, so I can imagine turning to get
I was
there.
also trying to be Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah.
you were doing too much.
I was doing way too much.
and you
But
were
we
not.
had a good time though.
It was so much
to
fun.
go back.
Yeah, it was so
Make
much
it our
fun.
personalities,
I'm down.
right?
No, I'm dead ass.
Rock climbing?
Let's make rock climbing our personalities
Yeah.
for 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the fall. It's
Hell yeah.
It's our personalities. now.
Yeah.
fall
totally.
personality.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
women get pumpkin spice latte.
And guys go
rock
climbing. Yeah.
I will say that I'm obsessed with Alex Honnold.
I know that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah, one of my favorite follows on Instagram for sure.
Damn, you actually follow that
yeah.
guy? Wow.
Are you kidding?
I don't know.
He's
Something
like-
about his whole demeanor just.
I mean,
is
he's
so.
very weird. He's
such a weirdo,
crazy,
dude.
but
Yeah,
that's
such a
why
weirdo.
he does what he does.
I don't want to
Yeah.
platform weirdos like that.
I like weirdos.
Well, speaking of weirdos, I've been watching a lot of horror movies this month because it's Shocktober, and
Have you
that
seen
means-
Pearl?
Dude, we just watched Pearl 2 nights ago.
Okay, I didn't see it.
Dude,
but-
terrific film.
I
Ty
heard.
West directs it. This guy used to do music videos for like rap people and shit.
Oh,
that's how he
weird.
started out, and now he's directing like crazy good movies.
Okay.
Pearl was amazing. Did you watch X, the first movie it's based off of?
No.
Yeah, Pearl's a prequel to X.
So you got to watch
Oh.
X
Okay,
and then
okay.
watch Pearl. But I mean, Mia Goth is terrific.
She's
Okay.
really good.
Yeah. But we were watching last night. We were watching It. And
Love It.
obviously, you can't do a horror movie month without like a few Stephen King classics. And it just
Yeah.
kind of like reminded me like every Stephen King movie involves like an insane bully. Like, in fact, all of his movies and famous books
Yeah.
have a bully character that is instrumental in the plot. You know what I mean? Like Carrie, his first novel. Carrie
Yeah.
is all about a girl getting bullied at school who snaps.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think because like his stories, like they all kind of have the same settings.
They
Where
do.
it's like small hometown.
It's always like a town in Maine
Yeah.
with a mysterious evil
Yeah.
that's taken over. Yeah. So we were watching it, and I'm like, these bullies are so crazy, man. They're carving their names in people's
Yeah.
stomachs and shit. I'm like,
It's like-
what the fuck?
the old school type of bullying that like we don't hear
So
about
old
anymore.
school. Yeah. And like, I'm sure Stephen King, I mean, he's a weird motherfucker. He probably got bullied the shit out of as a kid. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
And because I just had this revelation of like, I feel like bullies are the main characters in a lot of his movies. Like, as in like even the forces of evil. When I look at it now from that lens, I realize that the clown is just a bully.
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
kids
yeah.
are just fighting against their bullies.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh, that makes the movie way
it'd be
less
a metaphor
scary.
for that. Yeah.
And it kind of like brought me to the dish of the week, which is just bullying in general. You know,
Yeah.
like we haven't covered this topic. It's not a very like glamorous one, but a few weeks ago we were all I think we were at Blacklist actually, and Saul was telling us about
Yeah.
how he used to get fucking like beat up at school
Yeah.
and
Growing
shit.
up in
And like,
Vegas,
yeah, he had
yeah.
to fight people. I mean, he grew up in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
And it's Saul we're talking. It's, autistic Saul. So yeah, he was definitely getting.
Is he?
No, I mean,
Okay.
I always joke that Saul's on the spectrum for sure, yeah. But yeah, like just hearing his stories about like getting like bitch slapped in the locker room, and
I
like they would like take his
know.
glasses and shit, like
I
kind
got
of like
sad.
pretty fucked up shit,
Yeah.
you know. And then obviously Jules has opened up before in his last episode about being
Yeah.
bullied for playing chess and then quitting chess because of that reason. So I kind of just wanted to open up the floor by a show of hands among us four. Was anyone here bullied at any point in their life?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I was for sure.
I think I was more adjacent to the bullies,
Yeah,
but
that makes sense. That makes sense.
I did get shamed
Bully
for
adjacent.
wearing jorts in like the 4th grade.
Jean
my
shorts?
God.
Yeah.
Huh.
When you're little, that is like so painful.
I don't think I ever got
Yeah.
made fun of for an outfit, though. Jules, for you, did you ever avoid certain like routes home to avoid
No, it
boys and
wasn't
stuff?
quite physical bullying like you see in the movies. It was more that I was a little bit younger than my classmates, smaller, very nerdy. Had like these like nerdy kind of glasses and
Yeah,
played
yeah,
chess.
yeah,
and socially I was probably a bit behind. So yeah, I just kind of like I don't know, just got picked on a bit. Not too bad, but I remember that I actually almost transferred school. So I guess it was kind of bad.
Wow.
whoa.
What grade were you in?
It was in okay, so I was in 8th grade in middle school.
Okay.
And my school it was from pre-K through 12th grade. You could go to the same school.
Oh wow.
And
Sounds private.
it was a private school. Yeah, but I mean, it was Florida, so it's not like that good of a school, but it was a private school. And yeah, I basically almost transferred in 9th grade when high school started. I almost transferred out because there was someone who was bullying me. Yeah, that was
Should we call
How would
them
the
out?
bullying manifest? Like what type of
like I remember he and one other kid would like they would just kind of like tease me and like we were all in like kind of a similar friend group too. It wasn't like
Yeah,
different friend groups. It was
sure.
like, but he was just sort of the top
alpha.
dog and the alpha in that
Okay,
friend
yeah,
group.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
he would pick on me. They would like flick like little paper balls at me in class and like just like try to get on my nerves during class because
Yeah.
they knew I wanted to pay attention and be a good student. Just little
okay,
things like
yeah.
that. And then I remember even this is a different kid, but I remember in elementary school like there was this thing called it was something like the Cool Club. I forget the name of it, honestly, but
Cool Club.
it was there was like some cool kid club in the elementary school. I was
Yeah.
probably in like 1st grade or something. And I was such a goody two shoes. I always wanted to follow the rules. And they knew that, the like bullies in this example. And he was like, okay, when the PE teacher says to do the jumping jacks, don't do them. That's what he told me. And if you do that, then you can get into our club. And I like wanted to get in the club, but I also
Ethical dilemma.
Yeah,
didn't want to break the rules. So I just,
Right.
I didn't join the club.
So you did those
you didn't
fateful
join the
jumping
club.
jacks,
I did
and the
them,
rest
yeah.
is history.
but
But then in high school, you weren't really bullied. You developed the confidence.
no, I wouldn't. I stopped really being bullied in high school, fortunately. But I think also I actually like had a growth spurt, so I got a little bit bigger. And I started developing social skills, which I didn't have much before. So
Word,
it was more
word.
like that.
So you deserved it, right?
Yeah. It forced me to get better at
No, because like I think I had something kind of similar. My bully was another skateboarder at my school, so that was like I would see him at the skate park every day, and on days when he wasn't there were days that I actually would feel relieved because I didn't feel like anyone would tease me for like not landing a trick or being bad at skating. But it did motivate me to like get good because I had to prove to them. Because there was a fucked up thing in my brain that I wanted them to like me. Like,
Yeah, of
as much as
course,
they would like
yeah.
they would call me Shin,
Yeah.
but they would say it was such a fucking like Shin. Let's see an ollie, Shin. How
Yeah.
high can you ollie, Shin? And I'd be like trying to ollie as high as I can for like these,
Yeah.
a bunch of fucking assholes. And that was awful. But it also it formed my, I guess, like my skating talent, and also like was a good outlet for me creatively because I had to come up with creative ways to like be kind of funny, but not like harmlessly funny. Like I wasn't causing a lot of trouble, but I wanted them to like me. So my most legendary prank was in Spanish class in 7th grade. I sat near the phone in the back of the class, and the phone number was on it. So I would call the phone number from my cell phone to disrupt class basically and get the teacher
and
to
the
pick
phone
it up.
would ring, yeah.
I did it for like 3 or 4 times, and it was like the hugest scandal. Like, everyone's like
okay.
laughing and giggling,
Okay,
and she's
okay.
like, "This phone is broken. I don't understand." And after that,
And then the
fucking-
kids liked you.
dude, Ivan. His name was Ivan. He comes up and he goes, "Hey Shin, that was pretty cool."
Oh my God.
Word for word, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like Ivan
That-
accepts me. It was like so stupid, so
crazy.
backwards. But then also, I think that looking back, I never would think of myself as a bully, but from looking back, I definitely did some bully ass shit, dude. Like there was this nerdy Chinese kid who transferred to our school sophomore year, and he would just stand behind me and my friend Ethan, who you guys met at the wedding, because we were like 2 Asian kids who were like in the more popular group, and
Oh,
he just
so
wanted.
he just wanted to be around
Yeah, he just wanted to be
you guys.
around us,
Yeah,
and he would
yeah.
always stand right behind us. And we were in a
Oh,
big circle,
no.
like doing hacky sack or whatever.
Yeah.
And at one point, like Ethan and I were just like, "What the fuck is this guy's deal? Like, it's so annoying that he like
Yeah,
follows
yeah.
us." So we basically like pushed him to the ground, but he landed like in a mud puddle, dude. It was actually really, I felt so bad.
fucked up, yeah.
But it was like, oh, this will teach him. Like, just like, and we, you know what we did, right? We did the thing. I think we saw it on Glee. Like, I think I saw it on an episode of Glee where it's like someone
Glee
is
is that
behind them
old?
and pretends to be tying their shoe. And then someone bumps the other guy so like they fall behind
they-
the person.
yeah.
And we did it perfectly. It was like choreographed excellently. But I mean, I feel awful about it. And to this day,
You felt bad about it in
dude,
the moment?
in the moment, I felt so bad.
but you
And
didn't, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we helped him up, and like we
Okay.
weren't such dicks about it. But
Yeah.
looking back, I'm like, dude, that guy probably hates my guts. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
He's doing a podcast
Could
right
have
now.
Exactly.
been, it could have
Exactly.
been like an
Aaron
extremely
Shin.
traumatic moment in his
no,
life.
totally.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, I mean, to a certain degree, I'm sure it was. I mean, I regret
Yeah,
that, you
yeah.
know. But
If you were a K-pop idol, you might.
I would've been
You would
canceled
have
by
been,
now.
you would have been
Yeah.
kicked out of your group. They
No,
would go on
totally.
tour without you.
Yeah.
But that's just to illustrate that I think a lot of the time also bullies don't really know that it is bullying. I think that there is a line of like, oh, I'm so annoyed with this person. I just want to like, teach them a lesson. Or
Right.
I just want to make fun of this person because it's so funny that they're wearing jorts. You know what I mean? So like that goes
Right.
into like, do you think there's any positives from being bullied? Like I just mentioned earlier how it like kind of motivated me to get better at skateboarding and it helped me develop like a sense of humor that I think at times I've been told can be mean, but I don't think we'll get to that later. But what do you guys think in terms of like if someone's roasting you constantly growing up for like XYZ and like, yeah, maybe I got to work on that. Maybe I should stop wearing jorts. Maybe I got to fucking, pronounce my R's better or whatever the fuck. Because you never got bullied, right?
Yeah.
Right, Cells?
Well, I think it depends on what you're being bullied for and the extent of it. Like the jorts thing, like, sorry, Jay. Like, I'm sorry that happened, but I don't think that's like, I
Yeah,
think
it
it's
was-
fine when, or it's not fine maybe, but like, getting made fun of for what you're wearing.
Yeah, it's not like
You know?
attacking my personality or
Exactly,
like
exactly.
something
Your
that I
family
can't really control.
or
Right.
your what house you live in. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And then also what type of bullying it is as well. Like I think
Well, that's the thing. It's like the Stephen King bullying is violent.
oh, that
It's
is like those kids should be
like all
arrested.
80s
Yeah.
bullies are actual
Yeah,
school
yeah.
shooters, right?
Yeah.
Without guns, basically.
Well, also now, like, I think bullying has changed so much that probably none of us can relate to anything on like what the kids are going through now. But
right.
I think I heard one time someone say, like, bullying's not a thing anymore. Like, bullying doesn't exist anymore because kids are so much more aware now. And I heard that and I was like, where do you have that evidence? But
Yeah.
also, the bullying is coming in the form of like Instagram comments.
Yeah.
Also, like you see this
And-
trend. It's like I'm the main character. These others around me are NPCs.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
bullying.
So actually, I like this is my hot take is that like social media is just bullying made mainstream. So
Sure.
like we're so used to like being savage online. Like even the stuff that seems seemingly innocuous where like someone will post a TikTok of a man doing a funny like I don't know exercise on the street, right? And then like what the fuck is he doing? We're all laughing and then the
Yeah.
comments are like no one's like outright saying like he deserves to die, but we're all like laughing at maybe
Yeah.
how chubby he is, laughing at what he's wearing.
Right.
That's bullying, and it's just made. And even now, like the way that we talk to each other online as well. Even like if you look under any celebrities' Instagram comments, like I don't really care about these celebrities. Like I don't care that Kim Kardashian gets these comments on her Instagram; she can deal with it. But they're like really crazy.
Yeah.
and we just accept it as like that. This is just how we talk
Yeah.
about people's like.
But I think I would agree though that kids are more aware of what bullying. Because, dude, when we were growing up, I do think that
I think there's awareness.
my community
but-
was really aware of bullying.
Yeah.
Like, that's why the bullying never got so aggressive. It was like, middle school teasing, basically.
Yeah.
Middle school teasing and like, but it never got so aggressive, like
Yeah.
the kind of shit you would hear on these horror stories of like people being bullied through IM and then like go kill yourself.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
that shit, I'm like, who the fuck? I mean,
Right.
obviously people
That happens
do
all the
that,
time.
and it blows my mind.
Yeah.
That kind of bullying is obviously like predatory. It's like
Yeah.
someone's getting a sick satisfaction from your tears and your sadness.
Yeah.
It's like it's a mental illness. But I think largely, roasting, for example, that's something I've gotten in trouble for before, taking the roast too far. But I think that roasting is a type of bullying. It's an affectionate type of bullying. But it can definitely lead to like, pretty difficult emotions and like injured feelings for sure. What's your guys' take on that? On like your friends roasting you, your family roasting you?
roasting.
I think it's just like a part of nature in some ways. Animal Kingdom does it in different ways, and the way humans do it currently is, this sort of verbal. It's like maybe not physical, but it's like this like verbal hierarchy building through roasting. So I think it. Yeah, I'd have to think.
To me, I think there's a line because roasting is more like teasing, especially if it's within
when
a
it gets
group of
too
friends.
real?
When it gets too real,
Yeah.
then it's kind of towing the line between bullying. If you're trying to hurt their feelings, like,
Right.
for real, then that sucks. That's not cool.
I've learned that like so when I roast, sometimes when I roast, I'm intentionally being critical, but I veil the criticism
With a joke.
With a joke,
Yeah.
yeah. But my point is to let you know, like, this is what I feel about whatever I'm roasting you for. I have gotten pushback on that too, but I don't.
So that
regret
is
doing that.
That would be bullying to me. Yeah, that's bullying because your intent is to like point out a criticism and make them feel bad about it, but
Yeah.
then you're trying to mask it as a
Well,
joke.
not necessarily make them feel bad, but bring it to their attention for sure.
Yeah.
I want them to know that, like, hey, that's what we thought.
Because I think there's constructive value in that. Getting back to your point about like, are there quote unquote positives of bullying? Like, I wouldn't use the word bullying in that case, but maybe more in the roasting category. I think there are positives. It can push people to improve.
Yeah, get a thick skin, have a
Yeah.
sense of humor about yourself. Like that's one thing about having an older sibling for me that I learned. way early. It's like I have to be able to laugh at myself, and which is maybe why I'm so like liberal with roasting people. I don't have that sort of sensitivity to it. I was roasted. My sister still roasts me. Every conversation is basically an implicit critique. So, but yeah, I mean, going back to even like the types of people who are bullies, right?
Yeah.
I think in popular culture, they're always like very aggressive men or boys who like are like leaders of the captains of the football team. But like think about Dazed and Confused. That's such an iconic movie, right? Ben Affleck plays this asshole baseball captain who wants to like wail on freshmen. Like none of that makes any sense, by the way, right?
Yeah.
And in that movie, he's obviously like a villain, but he's like an all-American villain, something that we can like latch onto and recognize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wonder, like, is that still true? Are the bullies in our culture now, are they alphas? Dovetailing off what you said earlier, Celine, like these internet trolls are definitely not alphas, right? They're fucking like
Maybe
losers.
they are.
I
Well,
doubt it.
So we like to say that everyone making those comments are losers, but I don't think so. I think
It takes a type of mental state to actually take the effort to
So-
type out something like that.
Right. So I saw this video that went viral during New York Fashion Week. Maybe you guys saw it. It's this, I don't know the full story. He's a bouncer at a club where apparently his thing is that he's really mean. This bouncer.
Go on.
And then this video went viral where this girl was trying to get into a party and she wasn't on the invite list. No other context, right? Because the video starts in the middle of them fighting. The girl is not saying anything mean. She's just saying, why can't I get into the party? Like, why are you letting me in? And he's saying stuff like foul things. One of the things he said was, the last time you got fucked was by genetics.
I've heard that roast or whatever.
And the video was very well received. That's why it went viral. People thought like, yes, go off, King. Like, you show her. This is hilarious. That's the most amazing roast I've ever heard.
I wonder if that was positioned and presented in a way where drunk Karen tries to get into
either
club.
drunk Karen or I think what it was entitled influencer.
Sure.
Right? So people had
entitled
something
influencer.
to
Yeah.
But I watched it and I was like, this is insane. And then even more insane that this is funny to
Was the bouncer black? I'm just curious.
white gay guy.
A white gay
Yeah.
man.
So I actually
Okay.
think this gets into sort of modern culture with like
Yes.
privilege and sort of oppressed complex. So like if she's a white Karen, like it's okay to bully
No, but
her.
it's funny because she
Dude,
did
for
not
sure.
look white.
Right? Okay,
And
well, I'm
he
just
was
giving an
white.
example, but like,
But
honestly,
I agree.
No, that's a very valid point. I think the
No,
whole
those
oppressor-oppressed
yeah, like
paradigm.
if she's a wealthy influencer, then
it's okay. Yeah,
they're
100%.
billionaires in the sub. It's okay for them to die.
Right.
Yes. Wait, that's a great example. The billionaires in the sub.
Oh my God.
We were all just like essentially
Well, we
being callous, right?
saw the memes.
We
and
all saw the
I think
memes. They were all
all of us had
jokes.
very visceral reactions. Some of them were like, "Dude, this is way too dark."
No,
like,
I talked to you about it when this
Yeah,
stuff came.
yeah.
I thought it was really wrong that people. I mean, like, look, jokes. I'm fine with jokes. I don't think jokes should be off limit. But there are people that were literally like, "Oh, these are evil people because they're billionaires." So like, it's fine if they die. It's like a positive
Yes.
for society if they die.
Yeah.
So like, I think that sort of group oppressor model of the world is very ingrained today in society, and that influences stuff like that video.
It's
that was insane.
Yeah, it's that. So that example of the billionaires in the sub, I think, is like a good encapsulation of like how I think we just all act and talk on the internet. Like, it's just okay to talk like that.
But that's the thing. Is like the internet allows
It's not even bullying.
anyone with a zingy joke, right, can go
yeah.
viral with their comment or their whatever
Even
their
if they're
meme.
being like terrible,
And
to
they're not.
somebody,
My
yeah.
point being, like, these are not alphas. These are not traditional bullies. They are not intimidating people in real life. They just have. They use the power of words and the power of timing to their advantage. Which I can understand that because I think humor is all about wording and timing. And you know, I'm not the kind of person that would make a meme and publish it about a bunch of billionaires dying in a sub. I am the kind of person that would make a joke about that.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, not an ad hominem attack or anything about these
And
people.
I laughed at a lot of those memes.
I did too.
Yeah.
I didn't share any of them.
No,
right?
of course
Yeah,
not.
I definitely
Yeah.
laughed. But yeah, that's interesting too, because I think there's a part of bullying where you have to be able to, you have to kind of like divorce yourself from empathy to be a bully, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
and then that's what we are on the internet because like, tell me if I'm wrong, you guys, but like when I'm scrolling through Instagram, I never feel empathy. Never. That's
No, me
not an
neither.
emotion that I
Yeah.
feel when I scroll through Instagram.
I feel hungry.
I feel hungry. I
Yeah.
feel scared.
Sometimes
I
horny.
feel jealous. I feel.
But how about horny?
mostly
What's
negative
horny? What's horny? No.
Oh, you feel horny?
No, do
you gotta
you?
fix your feed.
Dude, my feed is actually just all pizza, so I'm super horned up.
So yeah. But yeah, I don't feel empathy, which is like I think that's a design of Instagram and mental overload.
I mean, but how many videos of Sarah
But-
McLachlan singing about, dogs can we take? Like, we all know that famous ad, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that ad would bring me to tears as a kid. I
Right,
could
right.
not, I
And,
couldn't stand
like,
to watch
when the
it.
dodo comes up every now and then, we cry watching a bird befriend a rat. Like, yeah, that makes me feel-
humanity restored. Yeah, no, totally. Oh.
But I think we're all of us so divorced from any of the people and the things we see on Instagram that like, yes, we will laugh at those billionaires that got, blown up in that sub under. Like it's
She says
insane.
while
As
laughing.
she's laughing.
As she laughs.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at the fact that like
It's a ludicrous, well, first of all, that's a
it's
ludicrous
crazy-
sentence.
It's a crazy
a
sentence
crazy
that
sentence.
even happened,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we all felt nothing about it. Wait, but Julian, how like were your bullies? Did they like fit some sort of profile? Did they like look a certain way, or were they kind of?
Well, actually, the one that's coming to mind, he was the only Korean guy in my.
Oh, dude. Well,
my
Koreans
school.
mastered the art of bullying, dude. I mean,
I know,
That's
it's
just a
so
coincidence,
true.
but
That is.
but wasn't he also your academic rival?
yeah, he was. That was part of it.
Oh, okay.
So
But-
he was an
He was a friend of me.
Somebody
He was a
who
friend of
was-
me.
yeah.
He was a friend of me.
It's
yeah.
fine. We're fine now. We haven't seen each other in a while, but it's
Yeah,
fine
yeah,
now.
yeah.
But it
Yeah.
was just like middle school. I mean, I was awkward.
He went to
too.
Dartmouth, so, after that, he was not a threat.
I was awkward, so like it made sense that like, yeah,
That the
I needed
kids-
some motivation to fucking grow out of it.
No,
and,
you know
like,
what?
But I don't. What he did was wrong. But like, I did need some, push.
No, we had a friend like that in our friend group who was clearly super smart. He was Iranian, and he transferred to our school also like freshman or sophomore year. And he was a good friend. I mean, I would have considered him one of my best friends, but I would never have said that to people in high school, right? Because he was in our friend group, but the punchline. Let's just call him, Matt, right? The punchline. Anytime Matt said something, it'd be like, shut the fuck up, Matt. And it just like became that. And I can't explain why.
Yeah.
Because it's not like anything he said was particularly annoying or irksome or stupid. It was just like, shut the fuck up, Matt. And he took it. So in a certain way, it was like, that was a song and dance of our friend group.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah.
oh, Matt wants
That's
to fucking
just
hang
what you
out.
did.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
Matt, we would always rag on him. And I know he took it like a champ, honestly. He took it on the chin. But I do feel bad about that too. Like, why did we pick on Matt so much? Like, what was it about Matt? Like, he was such a nice guy, like just a genuinely nice dude. But I very distinctly recall even one time being like, another friend of my friend group goes, let's ditch Matt today. We had like the same prep period. So it was like, we would normally hang out, eat bagels. And I was like, let's just ditch Matt. And I was like, why? Why are we going to ditch him? And they're like, let's just go.
because,
Let's
yeah.
just go. And like, we just left him and he was texting us like, hey, where are you guys? Are we
Yeah.
gonna-" And like, they're like, don't respond. And I was just in the car with them being like, and I, it never turned into a big deal.
Yeah.
But I remember that too of like, I don't know why we're doing this right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
is this supposed to be funny? I don't understand
I mean,
how
it's
it's
just
funny.
group mentality.
It is a
I
group
think,
mentality.
right?
Yeah.
Where there's kind of someone who you just pick on.
Right.
Or-
in Korea we call that wangta, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like there is always going to be
And
someone.
also, perhaps the person proposing that was demonstrating some like alpha vibes in that sense, and you want to seek that person's approval. Like you don't want to be
Yeah.
Right.
rejected by the group by being like, oh, I think we shouldn't leave this guy behind.
That's a great point because in
Right.
every Stephen King movie, when the bully is
Yeah.
carving his name in someone's chest, there's one character being
Who
like,
says,
"What's going on? Wait,
Yeah.
bro, what are you doing?" And shut the fuck up. And I'm always like, "You should punch him in the face, dude." Like if my friend was pulling a knife out on someone as a joke, I'd be like, we gotta rein it back. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I guess I've demonstrated that I'm a sheep. So that actually leads to my next question. Do any of us have what it takes to be a bully in today's modern society? No.
I think
Everyone can, I
do you
think.
agree that like we all have the capacity to be bullies online? I think we all do.
If you care enough about something.
I think we all
Yeah,
do.
for sure.
I think we do.
Yeah.
I think we all have the capacity to be bullies in real life as well, but then
Yeah, I agree with
we're
that.
gonna get shamed or
It's more risky.
there's gonna be something that's stopping us from being our full
Dude, nothing's stopping
reaching
me.
our full potential.
Nothing has stopped me.
Aaron's full bully.
Every time I made
Full
a
bully
mean
mode.
joke at someone's expense and I got a laugh out of it, it just fueled me.
Oh my god.
It just fueled me. I'm like at the end of Akira, like that big, like gelatinous blob. That's me right now, feeding off of laughter.
You get bigger every time.
Yeah,
You get a
every
laugh.
time,
Even at someone's expense.
especially at someone's expense.
It
Yeah.
has to be at someone's expense. Yeah, I
But
think-
bro, y'all can, bro. Sue says some jokes about me that I'm like facts. You know, I'll just be like, yeah, you're right. I am that way, and I'll have to deal with it. You know.
Well-
Sue, turn off your fucking phone.
I don't think that's like bully. Going back to just
that is
like,
bullying, though.
Is it?
It could. Well, I think
Okay.
if Aaron considers it bullying, then
That's right.
yeah.
That's
I
right.
I guess I'm having the mentality of like it's okay to bully a Karen. Like with Aaron, it's okay to bully Aaron.
Yeah. Aaron,
He
it's
deserves it.
warranted.
I can take it, dog. I can take
No,
it.
but I think that just going back to the roasting thing, it's okay to roast your friends and your family.
In fact, that's your
Especially if
duty.
That is your
That's your duty.
relationship.
Yeah, you
which
have
some
to.
people, their whole relationship is based on doing that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, okay, so this is funny. That brings to mind like someone like Chuck. You know, Chuck makes fun of people a lot.
Oh,
that's
he does?
Chuck's kind of like way of talking to people.
Does he talk shit?
No, not talk shits, but he roasts people.
Oh, like in front of them.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
But Chuck does it so much,
Okay.
right? That at a certain point, Jaehyun was like, Chuck, stop.
Wait, that's
Like she literally was like, "Come on, hey, that's it." And he was like taken aback. He's like, "Wait, what?" Because like
Wait, that's actually
it's really funny. You've noticed that too, I'm sure.
No, I
Oh, Chuck loves to roast people. It's like that's
haven't
his love
noticed-
language.
okay,
That's his
yeah.
love language. Yeah, and I understand. I do like to roast people. You know, bodiless voice that's floating around the room that we don't know who
Wait,
it
so
is.
how did he react when she said stop?
I think he was just like kind
Taken
of
aback.
taken aback.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
well, that's the thing.
well, you
I
guys know
think-
Jaehyun. She barks back. I mean, that's her
I
personality.
think like people who do that also need to know their limits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you know where you're like, for example, like my family and I like roast each other all the time. And I, for the most part, am totally fine with it. But then sometimes
Until you're not.
Yeah, until you're not.
And then you
then-
shut down for 3 weeks and don't talk to anyone.
Yeah. And then you know, once I let them know, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah.
And then they'll do it again, you know?
I've been thinking about it, and roasting to me within friends and family, people you have a rapport with,
Yeah.
almost feels like the analog of like playing. So it's like playing,
Yeah.
like physical playing, and like roasting is like verbal playing, and it's good because it trains you almost for like the real world when you're like with people that aren't your friends and family who are going to say worse things. You're like building thicker skin in them.
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
like playing physically allows you to like, you know, you're training up. So that's what in nature.
Yeah.
Animals are
I
training
think
up for,
it's
like,
very
physical encounter.
it's
a
very
good point.
healthy to tussle and
Yeah.
and you know,
So-
rabble rouse.
So like I'm thinking about it now, and yes, if you have actually for me, like sometimes it makes me feel closer to the person.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
It's like an intimacy where like you know me.
Yeah.
Right. But I will say you guys, there's nothing worse than being roasted by somebody you kind of just met.
Dude,
Oh
yes.
my god, there's nothing.
Has that happened
worse
to you?
than that. Yes.
It's happened to me too. And
Where
it's like, weird.
It's very try hard. It's very we're not there yet.
Yeah. It's like, who the
Like,
fuck
who the
are
And also,
you?
it's like
Yeah,
the roast
exactly.
is like you know what they meant, but they were like also off, like kind
Yeah,
of off,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Where it's
yeah,
like, wait, I know you're trying to roast me, but like, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
And then it makes you just it's cringe.
No,
It's
totally,
cringe.
totally.
Yeah.
That happened to me once, and then the person who did it apologized the next day, like sent me a text being
That's
like, "I'm
so
sorry, I
funny.
just met you. I don't know why I said that."
Right,
yeah.
right.
But after it happened, Kristen and Claire, who you guys met at the wedding too, they were at the party, and they just go, who the fuck is this bitch? Like,
Yeah.
only we can make fun of Erin that way.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean? But she
right.
was just like kind of picking up on the energy because, you know,
And trying to like,
and just trying to fit in, honestly.
like negging is like that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I neg Chaehyun all the time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call. I wouldn't
negging
call.
someone you just
That's
met.
how you landed her.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I said that's how you landed her.
Oh, that's how you
Yeah,
landed
yeah.
by
I was
negging.
like, bitch, you could never marry me.
Negging work?
Oh, dude, negging works.
Oh, you think so?
Oh no, I know so.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like when I implemented it in like dating,
It de-
dude, worked. It worked every time. It's
it
bizarre.
can work highly dependent on who it is.
Yeah.
And what you say. It has to be like true. It has to be true things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has to show that you're observing them in a genuine
Right.
way.
You have to pick up on something.
Yep.
Right. Exactly.
I think what it is actually like the type of guy, like it's like the type of guy that can nag a woman, right? He doesn't care about complimenting her,
Right.
So maybe he has a lot of options. I'm just trying to think of the signal of someone who nags.
Right, the
but then there are
signal. Yeah,
guys
yeah.
that aren't that great, but then they just sort of adopt
Yeah.
the action of negging.
Yeah. Which is
Right?
bad. Which is bad.
Then it's
Yeah.
just bad.
That's ugly. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so true.
I actually think with like alpha too is like there's like it's like alpha exists in the animal kingdom. Obviously, let's say
sure.
like primates or lions or things like that. I mean, you could literally like identify the alpha of a group of primates quite easily, even just by looking at them and how
Yeah.
they behave. But then there are guys like humans. They're not alpha in that sense, but then they like see these characteristics of alphas and they just adopt.
Yeah, they mimic it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
mimic, but they're not actually alpha. But
Sure.
they mimic, so they're just assholes.
Absolutely.
right?
I mean, basically, Andrew Tate's
Yeah.
followers and Andrew Tate himself.
Yeah.
You know, Jan and I had this discussion the other night. I thought it was so funny. She's like, "Who in your friend group is an alpha?" And I was just like, "Honestly, dude, I think we're all pretty beta. Yeah, but that's not a bad thing.
No, that's not a bad
You know what I
thing
mean?
at
Like-
all.
Like I wish there was a different word. It's like I think that we're all very confident.
Is there
so
not
that's-
even one?
You name it, dude. Like you know all the guys in our friend group.
Oh, guys.
Yeah. Oh, girl alphas? I mean,
yeah, I was thinking
that's
about girl-
different, dude.
girl and guy.
Girl alphas are like,
So I actually think like the traditional alpha in nature is it's very physical because but among humans I actually think it's changing a bit where someone doesn't have to be large but they can be like physically large but they can they could be witty or funny or they're just somehow the leader of their group, right? And
Yeah.
and like cuz like an alpha in nature like basically has respect of other males in the group, and I'm talking about alpha male in this
And
case.
he also
but-
bangs all the
no, and
females.
honestly,
and he
that does
bangs
happen.
all the
and
females.
so I'm just thinking of what an alpha is in like modern human society, and I think it's changing because I don't think it's as physical anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so like someone who just like even like Erin, for example, who I think is sort of a social leader
Yeah.
in the group, I think that's kind of alpha.
yeah. But I wouldn't call myself an
No,
alpha
I know
at all.
because of the connotations of the word and like
Yeah.
how it's historically meant. But I actually think like a modern redefinition of the word, like kind of. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I know this about myself because in my friend group in high school,
Yeah.
we have our alphas. You know what I mean? I wish they could have come to the wedding. You guys would have loved them.
Oh, none of your alpha friends
Dude,
made it?
well, because they're all
Only
married.
your beta friends.
Well, because they're married and they have kids, and like
Okay,
you know,
okay.
they're all settled down. But like
Yeah.
one of my best friends, definitely like has always been athletically an alpha.
Okay.
He's definitely the best looking out of all of us.
Okay.
Every girl has liked him throughout our history. So like we've always looked at him as an alpha. But personality wise, he and I are like we became best friends for a reason in ninth grade. Like we are same humor, same kind of jokes. So like I think attitudinally and sort of like that in that way I have what he has. We share that, but I'm not as good looking, tall, you know, like successful, you know, like all these other like alpha attributes that he just has genetically. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So-
He's so athletic. Like I
Yeah.
can never compete with him on that level. Versus like Jay's name came up because I was like, Jay is the most competitive friend I think I have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jay's very
And like that is 100% an alpha characteristic, right?
Yeah.
Like, also, Jan was like, "Who do you think would survive like a zombie apocalypse?" And immediately I was like, "It would be Jay.
Jay.
Jay would figure out a way to survive, and I don't know what it is. Like Jay would, and I would die
He
very
would throw
fast.
us all under the bus.
I actually think in like episode 8, season 1, yeah, he would like one of us would die. Jay would sacrifice one of us for his own survival, for sure. Yeah, it'd be a tough decision, but he would
Yeah,
still
but
do
he
it.
would do it.
He would do
wouldn't
it.
be that tough.
Jay's like, I know exactly who I would chill.
Wait, I want to bring it back before Jay has to leave. But so one of the things that really inspired this episode is that Jaehyun's coworker had this question, and she posed it to Jaehyun. Jaehyun posed it to me. So her coworker asked this: her son is in 3rd grade. He's very introverted, like staying at home with mom.
So young.
Yeah, but still kind of at that age where, other boys his age might be really rambunctious and active, and he's just not that person,
He
right?
likes to stay at home with mom.
And he likes to like play video games, okay? Which is always like video games. So his mom has signed him up for baseball class, basically. And
That's funny. Baseball class.
yeah,
It's just
baseball
calling
school.
it-
Baseball
calling it
school.
class.
Baseball hagwon.
Basically, yeah, baseball. She's signed up for fucking baseball. And he hates it. He hates the performance anxiety. He hates the pressure. But he's actually pretty good at it by what I understand. Like, he actually is like good at hitting a ball and like, but he hates it. And so they're as parents, they're at this place where it's like, do we just make him do it because we think that it'll benefit him? He'll make friends. Or is this going to be traumatic and totally fuck him up? And you know what I mean? He'll like always hate sports because of this. What do we do? And that's a tough one because they don't want him to be bullied. At the end of the day, they don't want their son to feel excluded by other Korean boys in middle school because he doesn't play soccer, which is like one of the biggest social things you do as a Korean student, right? What do you guys think? Like, is the risk of being bullied for not being as athletic even a threat anymore? Like, I think being good at video games is just as cool as being good
That's
at baseball.
what I was thinking because nowadays, gaming is such a big thing.
It's such a huge thing.
Gaming is a
Yeah.
big thing, but is that kid developing pro gamer skills or like potential?
He's
No,
he's learning
probably just addicted to
every
video games.
racial
Yeah.
slur known to man.
Yeah. Like the addiction to video games thing, that's like a very real. Like, I'm saying, if I were his parent, I would be very worried if my son was just wanting to play video games all day, all night.
Yeah.
I'm probably closest to how that kid was when I was a kid. And I've met this coworker in question as well. But I think video games can be social, but I think having an outdoor sports group to participate in is very
Class.
important.
Yeah.
A class is important. I think he needs to. I think it's a good thing for him to be in some sort of sport. Maybe it doesn't have to be
I
baseball,
think so, too.
but as someone like my parents pressured me to do certain things that I didn't want to do. But that's part of parenting.
Right.
Yeah.
Kids don't
Yeah.
know what's best for them in the long run. So
Exactly.
That's a great point because I think that's parenting. It's just like you got to trust
You
your
just-
gut,
yeah.
and you got to hope for the best.
And then it's also like you're gonna do some things that will traumatize your kid. Like that's just
yeah.
a given,
Inevitable.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So maybe better that it's baseball class than I don't know because I think I agree with Julian.
baseball school, but
No,
yeah,
he
continue.
need- like kids at his age, just like scientifically, he needs sunshine. He needs to be outdoors, and he needs friends.
Yeah.
That's it, right? He's not going to get.
Well,
those
my
things playing
solution is
video
like,
games,
yeah,
so-
play video games, but do a LAN party outside.
what?
A LAN party where you
LAN
connect a
party.
bunch of.
Oh, okay, yeah,
It's like more of a '90s term.
a LAN party.
we used to do that like sleepover.
Yeah, yeah.
We'd have sleepovers.
I remember,
we'd all
dude,
bring our laptops.
Bro,
Or
one of
let
my
his friends
yeah.
come over.
Dude, one of my
and
best
play games
friends
together.
who was a
He needs in
skateboarder with
person,
me
yeah.
quit skateboarding to play Halo in high school and
God.
would do these crazy Halo parties. I was never invited. But I mean, yeah, he befriended some of the cool kids through that.
Through
and,
Halo.
and I was like, I thought skateboarding would get me an
I
in.
will say though that like the video games thing, that's something that I will never understand
Yeah,
as a
yeah, yeah.
woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Because you're a woman.
I will never
Or as a woman,
understand
sorry.
that struggle as a woman of like
The struggle of what? Of
the
like
struggle of like being addicted to video games and
versus
like,
being addicted to celebrity news or
no,
what?
and like
But there are women who are
yes, but it's
like,
mostly a
hardcore
man
gamers.
problem.
It's mostly a man
It's mostly
thing,
a boy
yeah,
problem. Like
yeah.
I'm like joking, but like I genuinely will never understand that. So I feel like the way I look at it, it's very black and white. It's like, oh, video game addiction is like bad. Your kid will be like screwed if he goes down that path.
Mm-hmm.
Not productive. But then I know it's complicated. And I know that like almost all men like video games.
yeah.
So it's almost like how I feel all men like the NBA, which I will never understand.
Also,
that
Celine, you
either.
might be in the minority here. I think a lot of girls like video games too, but maybe not the.
Of course,
yeah,
I believe that, but I think the problem,
Like
is-
Overcooked. You know, Cooking Mama.
Well, yeah, but
all cooking games.
Yeah, just they're all like domestic based, but
but
yeah.
I think from what I hear, it's mostly like young boys who have the problem that their
Yeah,
parents
yeah.
identify.
That's
You
true.
know what I mean?
Boys have yeah, I mean our prefrontal cortex doesn't develop as fast as girls and our decision making
Yeah,
is
so
bad.
I think
yeah.
I also think there's just competitiveness. It's like it's
Right.
really scratching their competitive itch, and they're
Right,
like
right.
solo gaming and like wanting to be the best.
It's amazing to think that there are kids out there right now who are like, I'm gonna be a pro gamer. You know, just because like I won a game online and like
Totally.
I mean, I had that delusion as a kid. I was like, dude, I landed a cool trick. I'm gonna be a pro skater.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
believe
I was near pro level in League of Legends back in the day, and I played way too much. And I don't play barely as many video games these days. But I'm glad my life
Says
is
the
happy now.
owner of a video game company.
It was too much for sure.
Yeah, my brother recently made the decision to stop watching sports
What?
because he says it's such a waste of time. And I
Oh,
was
poor
like,
Daniel.
whoa.
Dude, I need to talk to your brother. I'd be like, no, Dan,
Yeah,
it's not a waste of time.
No, but it is. Like, I don't know. If you're obsessed with, like, let's say 3 major sports, right? That's all year round.
This is a great topic, actually, because it's like, it actually begs the question what is a good use of time versus
Right.
a waste of time?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should bring that
What's-
up for next episode.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good one.
Because, like, yeah, that's
A lot of things can be a waste of time.
totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, this podcast.
Yeah.
We haven't made a red cent from this podcast.
A red cent.
That's a saying, right?
I've heard of
Is
it.
it racist? I feel like it might be a racist saying.
Well, not.
Look it up, Jay.
surprised.
It's the lowest denomination of a.
Of currency?
Yeah.
A red
So,
cent
like-
is the lowest denomination.
So,
So it
a
basically
won
means
Korea
like
would be
no
like
money, right?
kind of, but in Korea
In America,
it
it'd
would
be a penny. Here, it'd be like
peg one.
Peg one, yeah.
Big one.
I see.
Saying we haven't made a red cent is like we haven't made a penny.
Yeah, we haven't
Yeah.
made shit, dude. And we haven't. We haven't made shit. Except for memories and 84
All the
episodes.
memories on your fridge.
Dude, so many. So many. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Side Dish Podcast. Please like and subscribe on Instagram @_the side dish. I'm just going on autopilot, but is there something I'm forgetting in the last spiel?
You can give us a 5-star rating.
We like those 5-star ratings.
Yeah, we actually
Dude,
got a 1-star.
I know. I saw that. Someone give us a
Wow.
1
What?
star.
Yeah, so someone's got it in for us.
Bullies.
Well, you guys, that
bullies.
means we've
Find out who
made
they
it.
are.
That means we've made it.
We've made it. We've got haters.
Yeah.
Love it.
Did they write a comment?
I can't remember. I just saw the
I don't
1
think
star.
So, yeah. I was pretty
You guys,
disappointed.
that's success right there. Okay.
Oh, also, I meant to add earlier. I got a message from a listener that like a personal message, someone that is 2 degrees removed from me, but like is a mutual friend, and she was like, "I listen to the podcast. I really like it. Just want to let you know, like, keep it up." So, thank you so much, Judy, for reaching out and saying that.
That's
That was a really nice thing to say. Okay. In any case, guys, thank you so much, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye.